All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And I can hear myself, which is good, which means that everything is working as expected. Great. Let me just finish setting up this here. Okay. Stream, blah, blah, blah. Stream manager. There we go. All right. I'll just click here. Poof. There we go. Whoop. Ah. How are y'all doing today? How is your Thursday going? Hope's going well. Getting everything set up in this side. Had a little bit of a lunch already. I got myself something to eat. I like I was using like this like little paper to like to take notes, like just some paper. And I was writing on it. It's like, oh my god, this paper is pretty good. And then I realized that I was writing on the back of the of one of these like little books. There's no more pages. So that was why it was looking so sturdy. It's like, damn, there's something wrong here. But yeah, that's that. Um, a lot have happened since Thursday, since Tuesday, I guess. A lot of new things. Let me just clean up my. So I need to do like some cleaning up here. But yeah, how's life? How's life? Oh my god. So Thursday morning. Yeah. I was reading the news and there's like it's not the news. I was like going through my news feed and there's like this one point about what people have been like raving about, like this thing that has changed names like 3 or 4 times already. This Cloudbot, Clawbot, then it moved into Moltbot, and now it's like OpenClaw. It's like whatever thing. And I was looking like this one opinion about it, where's like this one guy that was, I think it was a guy. It was saying that I just got a I just got something here, like a notification on my end. There's like idea when did I put this notification or what is this notification about? Oh, oh okay, got it. I know. It's just like notification. So I added a toast. So when I am in gaming overlay, like my overlay that has the game and stuff, it just pushes out the advertisement and then it pushes it back, right? In this particular case, um, it's just like just give me a toast if I'm not there. Does any American place get? Oh, of course, German. What do you mean? Of course, German. What are you talking about? No Germans here. Um, and I was saying like this thing like I read this one news and it was pretty interesting that the person was saying that this is like one of the worst ideas that has came out lately because people are just pushing a bunch of things into it. It's like the way OpenClaw works is that it is in between you and all the AI. So you talk to it, it saves context, he's able to get you your emails, he's able to get you this, you like access all your accounts, all your stuff. And apparently it's riddled with problems, with like vulnerabilities. You can access it apparently pretty easy because nobody thought about securing it. And according to the main developers, there's like they will secure it when it's commercially ready. And it's like apparently there's like one of the endpoints there where it's just like you go there, you access the endpoint, and you just get all the information. It just stores an encrypted data from you on disk in a file. So if you have access to the file system, which apparently you can do with that, it's like it's a craziness. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. From for them, I all the best. But I was thinking like, oh, maybe that would be something interesting. But then I realized, like, I was reading the news and I was like, definitely there is something that is not like very sound of it. But there isn't much we can do. People love their thingamajigs and so on. So we'll keep on going, and these tools will keep on appearing. And it's interesting. Like I seen the other day, like I was browsing through. I think it was LinkedIn. Somebody was talking about, or was it X? That I saw somebody that was saying that somebody like built like a platform in like a couple of weeks, like just vibe coding. And then basically everybody, it was a big success. I don't know which platform it was. Maybe like it sounds like OpenClaw thing. And apparently, not even a month later, like it was completely hacked and completely devastated in people's people. There was a lot of hype on it. I don't know which platform it was, but yeah, I don't know if you'll know. All right, let's get at it. Let's get at it. All right, let's get started the Factorio thing here. So, in the meantime, yesterday-ish, I spent some time. I made a little short. Like I came up with a solution for our prioritization that we were rambling about yesterday. Oh, but before we do that, let me just get some social media out. So if you can, please just like, retweet, comment, all those nice things on these X and this Blue Sky post so that we can grow our community, can help grow our community to be the bestest of the bestest. So let me put myself live here. Let me just get it's going, and we're gonna go till 3 p.m. my time. There we go. Whoosh. Let's put a little bit less. Cool. There we go. All right. So I think I pressed all the buttons, so I can click my to-do list and we can go to here. It's a little bit loud. Let me know if it is a little bit loud for y'all or if my voice is going good. I'm talking about the sound of the game. All right, so as you can see, I spent 2.5 hours playing around. I was trying to do it, and then I redo it, and then I thought about it, and then I asked Gemini, help me out here. And then Gemini started going into a loop. It was like, I'm giving like this solution, and I was like, I tried that, doesn't work. And he was like, okay, let me think a little bit about it. And doing it again, and it's just like, and I was like, okay, friend, you cannot do it. It's okay. So I just came up with a very basic solution for the problem that we were having yesterday. And the problem was, I think I did something before, like after stream. I think I added science. So basically I built this and we had science going. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize that we could have science going before this. So it was pretty good. And it's no slow, but it is what it is. So not crazy, not bad, not good, but yeah. So I haven't touched anything, but I'm going to show you what I came up with. So where are my blueprint books? Not this one. Blueprints here. Okay, can I copy this? Yes, I can. I'm gonna put it down in here. And I'm just going to duplicate it and let's just use it. So what I did was oh, let me just, do I need to duplicate that? I might need to. So, number one. Oh, there we go. So, what I came up with in terms of solution for our problem was something that is not like too complicated, but it's going to be like tedious to duplicate, like to increase upon, right? And it has like some drawbacks. But the main thing that this does is there's like two combinators here. And what these combinators do is they tell you like, you are going to pass the most important signal for us. And the most important signal is the one that is on top. It's like the top of the line, right? So the top combinator just receives the first signal. And the first signal, it says like, it gets it from red. And it just, if it exists, it just passes it through and just passes it out, right? And that gets it into red as the output. On here, on this one, what I'm going to say is that anything that comes from, if there's nothing that is coming from red, I just want you to output everything that you have into from green, right? Like whoosh. So In this case, we have the first thing that we're doing here is steam, right? Like steam is the most important thing. So if steam is present, and I can test this out with, do I have pulse? I don't think I have pulse. So, bush and bush. Okay, cool. So, for example, if we enable everything, let me just get this one out from here to there, right? So we can see the signal. So even though all of them are ready here, the thing that is happening is we are just making sure that the first signal that we input on this top one is the one that it passes through. So if, for example, we do not send the signal that comes from here, it's going to try to put the second signal being the most important. So there you go. It just puts the signal out. And in the end, I think like this doesn't make any difference what is the number that you can put here, right? It's just a number that's going to come out. So it doesn't really matter. I was trying to get the maximum, and like I was having a hard time to do like all the mathing to get this to work. So, but basically what happens is, because this is the second most important signal that comes from like top to bottom of this list of combinators, it's going to be the one that's going out. And then if we just turn it off, we expect to see the third most important, right? And same thing, if we just go on the top, it's the top one that's going to show up. So this is basically the idea for this combinator strategy that we have there. How well will this work? I guess we will find out. So there's like more logic that needs to go into this. This is just like the sizer, I guess it's the name, the decision maker for which one has priority. So if there's like extra things that we'll have to have into consideration. Like for example, here in this case, this only can have priority if it has like 51 rare earth metals on it, right? That's it. If it doesn't have the rare earth that it needs, it shouldn't be allowed to continue. So what we're trying here to do is just make sure that that's the case. And this one here, the same thing, but this one needs to have like 500 rare earth metals that will then be converted into the rare earth that we need. So one thing that I saw that is a little bit not so nice is that this one here, like these long inserters, they kinda are not very good. But I think I could just update this to make it easier. Yeah, I think I can make this easier just by doing an underground here. I think it would be easier. There's like still a lot of spaghetti. I said in the beginning that I was not going to do spaghetti, but I'm doing spaghetti. So there we go. That's it. Okay, right now we have like just a trickle of science. We need to make this. We're producing like 0.08 per second, which is like kind of ludicrous, but that's kind of what we have. So there's not much we can do right now. So we're still having problems with our generation, because we can only generate like 24. And these friends need a peak of 50. So we need to kind of duplicate what we have here. So I was thinking that maybe it would be time for us to give a little bit more power, even though I think there's power coming next. Let me see. Burns excess flammable. No, don't care. Sentient extraction. I don't know if there's any power. There's batteries though. that are coming, but I don't think we are in a spot where we can get energy. I don't even know if we have like energy, any kind of energy that will be helpful, like storage. So I guess that for now our energy storage is going to continue to be steam. Given that, I think maybe it's time. Let me just increase that. Do we need a crusher? I don't really know which ones we care about, but let's do this one. We'll have to do them all, I guess. So let's go for this one, and let's go for that. No, maybe not this one and this one, I guess. So chemistry looks like that's like a very important one as well. And the greenhouses, what do the greenhouses do? They need glass, so we'll see. Let's keep this as is. Let's make it like so, I guess. And we need to pump up these numbers in terms of let me just get a little bit more possibility here. And this way we have more space when the cube comes in to get more of these things going. So let's do 5, 10. And we have pipes, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 here. 4, no. Let's do you. And I think that's it, and we have space for one more, if I'm not mistaken. So these bots are pretty slow. That's what I have. That's what I have to say about them. Okay, so you and you. All right. We good? So how much power can you produce now? 36. We're still not going to go too crazy, but so there's one thing that I'm not 100% sure. Like now we double this. So how much do we have? We have 12,000. Okay, so now we have like this trickle here. Like I was thinking maybe we want to expand a little bit our full situation here. Okay, we don't need any more of these stuff. Let's take all these out. Resources. We're still in the time of the game where resources are a little bit scarce, so I don't want us to be overspending, or I just want to reuse as much as I can here. And like that. And this one here. So this was our initial setup, so we don't need it anymore. All right. So it's doing like electricity. We'll have like bigger poles that will allow us to transport electricity further out. And what I wanted to do is we wanted to make sure that we want to make as much like as many decisions as we can based on this, right? So how many do we have? 21. Okay, we don't have enough of this, but then at the same time, I don't think we have enough production here. Yeah, we don't have enough production. Let's do 1 and 2. And you connect all the way down. I feel like these 4 are not enough for the amount that we care about, that we need. So this is doing the thing. Like I've made these cells, like I made these like little cells where you see the power here. So we're just doing some mathing around to calculate how much we are, like when is it green, when it's not green. So I guess we'll find out how this goes. So in some sense, if I could just do like this globally, I think I would. So for example, for this part here, we have like 36,000 on the pipelines and so on. But that's okay. And we have like this number, there's not going to be steam anywhere else. So it's fine. We could just provide steam as the main thing, and we'll connect these two to steam. Instead of like being directed there, we'd have like a central location where we'd have like the full steam setup. Then for these ones, we would only enable this one. Right now this is enabled on green because there's like some logic here that calculates the steam, if there's steam, and if there's enough steam, and if there's not enough things, it just does one or the other, right? So these two always have to take into account steam. And now they also need to take into account the inputs and outputs. This one needs to take into account inputs and outputs. And this one here will also have to take into account inputs and outputs. So this logic here, a lot of this logic is going to be localized. Because like for this one to be enabled, we need two things to happen. We need the priority to be the highest. So basically this one and this one, that's what we care, that we don't care, that we care about to not have here in this one. My concern right now in this point is that this is going to be a pain when we need to scale things up. And that's what I wanted to try to avoid as much as possible, to avoid that pain. But let's try to get us going. We want the other one. We want this one. Okay, like so. So we have already 3 products here. So I'm going to make this battery here, even though there's like maybe not enough space on that side to make this grow. I think we might be into like a good spot there. Cool. So push. These two are like, this is the initial one, and then the connection, and then I need to connect always to this one on green, right? Like on the pairs are the ones that need both of them. So let's see. The only problem is that the only problem I see here is that we will need... So the first one is the easiest one, which is just over here. If there's not enough steam, if steam is lower than like 2000, it just pushes steam out one, right? And then we connect this one from here to over here. So the second one is going to be like the highest priority. I think is going to be the synthesizers, because the synthesizers are like the base for everything, right? So because of that, we want that to be like the second highest priority in our full list. So what we're going to do is, and we want to make sure that the way we accomplish this is by checking the synthesizers themselves, the basic material. If they are like smaller than 1000, if we have less than 1000 in storage, like our buffer, we want to send the synthesizers out. One. And let's tell it to go with number 2. And this is where green connects over here. And then the next one is going to be this one, the ultra dense things. So this assumes that there's like this assumption that we have like one machine per, but that might not be the case, right? So we would have to have some sort of like clustering in some place. But this is the green, we'll connect the green to this side. And this one is if we don't have enough, where's that? Rare earth minerals, if they are less than like 500, I want you to send this as number 3. And this might be like the priority of everything, right? So whoever picks it up first is going to be the thing that is going to connect us. So let me see, 1 2 3 4, and you connect, and these 4 together, and this one will connect here, these 4, and this will connect here. Cool. So right now, if I just provide it with power, so, and I think it's like so here, right? So 1 2 3 4. Okay, let me just extend this as much as we can. No, because we want them to be, there's some togetherness. So let's just make them go for as much as they can handle, right? There, and you can go there, and you can go over here. And I think that would be like the extent for us to have a connection. Cool. And we want to pass in, red is going to be in signals, and I think that we have to keep that consistent. And you are going to be going there and there. And you connect to this side, and you connect on the... So right now, if we check the output of this one, and if we connected the output of that to here, we'll see that it's going to be number 3, right? Because we do have enough one, and we have enough of the other. So there we go. The only thing that we want to do for sure is we want an out. And our out is, in the end, maybe one of these. We just want to convert that signal red into green. There to here, and this is going to be each signal plus 0, and it's going to output each signal out. There we go. And this brings us to here. There we go. So there's already a problem that I'm seeing, like, but it's in green, right? Like, it's in the green network. Green network is going to be our network of control, I guess. So let's do that. So this friend here has a connection there and there, and we don't really care about this anymore. So this, what this is going to be is, oh no, we can just connect it with the green signal. Exactly. So if we do where's that? I'm trying to find it. Okay, if this is equal to 2, right? And we delete this one because we don't care about it anymore. And we connect the green, and we connect the green down. Okay, there we go. So right now, we are not on that signal, right? So this one has a bunch of like premises there, but we don't care about those premises. The only problem that we have here is that so this green goes out and connects into that one. And I think we want to isolate that, or okay, where is this coming from? This cable. So the cable is coming up from here and it's providing it as red. This is just like doing the math and it's just looping it over, right? So there's no need for green signal, I guess, to push this down. Because the only thing that we really want is for this red, and then there's a green signal that goes over there. But we don't want to mix the signals. We don't want to mix the signals. So before we do anything, we're just going to push the green out. And then this one is going to push that one out. And here, what we're going to do is we want to make sure that each here plus 0 is equal to each output. Cool. And now this one, what we want to do is like a problem here. We want to do okay, so this is going to be a little bit more complicated than I was like intending it to be. So if here we have our signal that comes in, it is this one. If it's bigger than this, I want you to output a check mark with number 1. So if I connect the green over here, and then I connect this one over here and say, okay, if our check mark is number 1, it's correct. So if this is equal to 1, I think that's it, right? Oh, I don't have that yet, but that's okay. So right now, this is it. If this is bigger than, this is not what we're producing here. What we're producing here is n dimensions. So the check mark is equal to 1, then we don't need this one. And we just want to make sure that it has enough stuff on it. And if it has enough stuff, then it is going to be prioritized. Right? So I feel like that this might be more important. So there we go. We are going to on this one. And we're going to do the connection. So red comes in here. And then green goes from here to over there. And what we want to do is if the amount of this is smaller than like 100, I want to send this signal to be 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4. Cool. So there we go. So the output that we have right now over here, it's still this one because we are lacking that part. And in here, we are checking it out. So like, looks like everything is fine on this part. So that one looks good. So last one, but not least, we want to make sure that we produce more of this crushed condensed stuff. Like we produce more like rare earth. And in order to do that, we had like this logic here. And again, we want to isolate the green. We want to make sure that the green that goes around doesn't connect to places. Okay, let me check. So this one here is going to be a problem when it comes out, right? Because it's connected the green to this one, and this one we don't want the green to be there. But we want to connect this one here. So in order to do that, let's maybe get another post here. I need a post on this side, where we connect the green to this one and this one to that one. And now this is going to be working correctly. This is going to be a little bit finicky. Cool. So green, green, green. There's a green wire here, we don't care. There's green wires over here, we don't care. As long as the green wires are not connected to anything except the poles, we should be good. Cool, so that's everything. Now here, we need to make sure that this thing works. And how do we make sure that this thing works? So we need to take this all out, and whatever comes from the green okay, we don't need the red anymore here, I guess. Oh yeah, that's like a great point as well. Like we don't need the red, so we disconnected the red because the red doesn't matter anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this red from here. And we're going to connect the red. We're going to disconnect this green. And we're going to connect the red from here to over there. And now we can connect this green over here and down. Cool. There we go. So this is it. We're getting earth rare minerals. And if what we want to do is if it is equal to 3 from green, and we need to make sure that it is from green, we want to send a check. There we go. So this network, the green network, is still just providing one signal. It's the signal of the thing that is more important for us to build right now. And the cube is going through. There's nothing. So the only problem that I see right now with the setup we have is that the cube is going to go around. Okay, this was not supposed to be green. This is not supposed to be green at all. I think maybe me disconnecting something made something not stop working, I guess. Okay, let me just take the signals from here. Okay, so because I have the cube here, you see, there's that problem. Okay, the cube is gonna go there. So the only problem is that if it takes too long for it to do the things that it needs to do, it is going to it might starve the other ones. That one is still like the most important thing for us to do is still this friend here, so let's try it. Okay, so now he's 4. Now is number 4, the priority number 4, that it's like the next thing. Where's the cube? Over there. Oh, it's doing power. It's doing power? Okay, so we don't need a connection from red anymore. So let's remove the connection from red. So if equals to 1, and this is if it's not 1, it just pushes it out, right? So this one is doing the thing, and now it should not work anymore because we have this connection here and we want to connect that. Okay, cool. So it's filling up the reserves. We didn't have to fill up these reserves, but there's like a problem here in the logic. Now the logic should be pretty much sound. So it just revives it and puts it down. And next thing. So the next thing is this one. Cool. It needs to be refreshed. It's down again. And then it will need another one of these. But unfortunately, we don't have enough rare earth yet. Now we have enough rare earth, which means that the next thing is there. So like, this is the problem that I was talking about, like, of inefficiency, is that it could eventually have done this one because it was needed, right? But at the same time, it's like, we just have like one main request at a time on the factory, and I think that might be okay for right now. All right, so that being said and done, let me just push you all the way down a little bit more. Is this connection even needed? No, it's not, right? So let's put you all the way down there. Oh, okay, maybe not. Right there. There we go. So we have some science up there, which we need to connect in a second all the way down. So this one here needs the cube as well. So if it needs the cube, it will have to have the cube. And I think that eventually we might need another one of these in line somewhere. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna bring down this line. How much science do we do? 10 per second. So this science is good for right now. And we want to go over here, then over here, and then over here. Cool, there you go. Now let's create some of these fast builds. But we don't have motors. So we definitely should start building some more of our mall, where we build motors and all those nice things, and we can just bring in some extras. Have these things automated. I think it probably is about time to do that. And the science should maybe get out of here. Boosh, boosh, and boosh, boosh. There we go. We're sciencing around now. Okay, so this one here is going to bring us like some pretty interesting challenges, because if these two are not they don't have a priority, this is going to get it for sure, because it's not on that one, in that network. Okay. All right, so we need some fabricators. What we need to build fabricators? We need engines, we need basic material, and we need electronic circuits. Okay, do we have everything except motors? How do we make motors again? By using pipes and basic matter. Cool. So basic matter is here. I think we'll want to move this somewhere else. maybe a little bit down there so we can expand a little bit on this production here. Yeah, I think so. I think that might be the case, which means that maybe we should do the motors first with the pipes before we do any of this. Yep. Did I do the 2 fabricators? I did. No, I just did 1. Why? Did I not do 2 fabricators? Thought I did. Okay. Apparently I did not. Okay, let me just take care of all that. We're gonna take all of these out. Let's take all of these out. And instead of this one, you're going to be producing pipes. And you're gonna put pipes on top. And I'm gonna put the rare earths here again. Rare earths. There we go. Pipes. And the pipes are gonna go on top. As well as maybe a chest, I guess? What do you need? You need that. There we go. And I think I want a chest as well to all this thing. And then let's do it like so. Chest. In this chest, I just want to keep like a couple of stacks if I need anything. So the next thing that we're going to do is going to be motors, because motors are kinda important. Do we need rare earth for anything else? I don't think so. So we could. Motors are important for a bunch of things. So in pipes. Are pipes important? I think pipes might be important somewhere down the line. But let's do pipes till here. Let's do these to here. And you need the bottom as well. So let's get you all the things that you need. And you're going to pick it up from the next slot, which is this one. And I don't have more of these friends. Boosh and boosh. And I think you have everything that you need. No, you need the white ones as well. What if I just hear me out? Brought it up. What again? You were saying that you were not going to do what? I forget. I forget what I was not going to do. Oh. I was like, why is this not working? Like so, and you can get a red from here. I think it might be enough. So that being said, boop, boop, boop. And you can go put them down over there. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Okay, we definitely need a stack. Need this to be a little bit faster. Okay, there we go. So this produces a bunch of things that we kinda need. So let's start by doing some fabricators and then synthesizers. Maybe just the fabricators for right now. I think it's like the most important thing that we could be doing right now. And you're going to be doing fabricators. So you get up, you get from the top down, and I'm going to put you in a box over here. There we go. We good? I think we might be okay. And we need something to do these, and we need something to do those, and we need something to do these. So this is like the normal pattern where you do one, and then you have another one, and then you have another one. And this one is going to make normal. This is going to make these, and these are going to make this. Okay. All right. So what? Oh my god, this takes forever. Let's give it a helper. How's my cube? How's my cube going? Oh, look at that. Look at the amount. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this here and to here. And you, friends, are going to just disappear. And you are going to be like so. I'm gonna copy this and put it to a blacklist. Cool. There we go. All right, so this should be much faster taking everything out from here if we had a faster belt. You know what I can do? I could eventually just extend this out. And eventually, like, they will blow themselves up, right? Like they are going to join the two together, and this is just gonna work as a buffer. So look at us. Boom, boom, boom. So we just need a bunch of these. Can I get you maybe here and here for right now? And I'm going to just bring the belt. You pick it down there, you go put it up, you put it there, you put it there. Then you pick it up and you pick it up, I guess. All right, there we go. So this has everything, not everything. There we go. Now it has everything. And this will also turn to that side. And it needs motors and friends. Cool. So I think we have everything that we need to get our minimal started. And eventually they will fill up everything. So you, I just want a stack. I think that's enough. You, I want a couple more. We don't have any motors in here, which is okay. I do need motors to do these. Oh, okay. I'm missing the whites. I was like, what is happening? 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And last but not least, we need to make these, and these also have the same requirements. So let's get 3 of them. We don't need you. And I think, do you need the other ones? No, you don't. Oh, that's great. Now let's turn this around because I want the blue first and the red. And you are going to continue your jolly way all the way there. If I had my say, of course. But apparently I don't. I need this. And I need a couple more of these friends. Let's put you over here and over there. You're going to pick and put it there. And you're going to pick it up from here. Cool. And you're going to pick it up and put it there. And you're going to give a 1. And you are going to give me 2 stacks. Okay, so we have everything set up to finally we're doing a mall-ish kind of situation here. And that should be better than it was before, I guess. So how are you doing here? We need much more, like we need a faster way to process this, I guess. Which is going to be just basically me doing that and that. And just replacing this friend with that one. And 2 fabricators. We're gonna do some fabrication on the bottom here. Let me see what do I need for these green cards. I need the N dimension widgets and the circuits. Okay. So let's get them directly from there. Maybe we want to have a splitter here to take this out. Yeah, I'm trying to... Oh, I don't know if I need the N units anymore down the lane. Okay, we can make 2 splitters if I had anything. Which is not the case. Okay, there we go. I have those friends already doing some work. 1, 2 of those. Oh, I had it here. So 1 and 2. So you are going to make sure that the output to the right is this one. Output to the right, I said. And you are just gonna split it. Cool. And you, friend, are going to just bring down those greeneries. So now, why are you sad? Why are you upset? Come on. Come on, dude. Just do the thing. Do the thing. So a main issue that I have is just like speed. So we need to bump the speed of these things up. And I think, is the problem here? Maybe it's here. Like, are we having any bottlenecks down this lane? I don't feel like we have like any bottlenecks. But we're feeding this pretty fast right now. And I think that's mainly because we are just building up buffers for things that we want to do, that we want to build. Okay, let's get this going, because as soon as this starts going, it will be better, I guess. And voila. Okay, this is a good reminder that there's motors there. And to the left side, we want the output to be just the ships. And do we have any of these? Oh, we have 16. Look at that. Isn't that grand there? Oh, look at that. Okay, so this is for science. For science. And we can make science 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's make this go down, and you are going to just pick it up and put it down. So this should bump our speed somewhat. Like, I don't like this setup. So delete all these. So while we are doing that, I am going to just set this up. You are going to be doing cards. And you're going to be putting them down over there. And we're going to copy this setup and we're going to put it on this side. I think we should be good. I I think so. So you are gonna get all of these done. You're gonna get some of this done. Then we just need to bring the science back up. There we go. Look at that. We have science coming back up. So this is what our base right now looks like. We have an area here where we are going to do, we're doing like our logic. We have power production down here, and we have our core production down there. Like in reality, there's only so much that we can do. Because okay, we're losing a little bit of time with the cube going around, but at the same time, it's just like, so it's just doing this right now. All right, so we should be, it should be working pretty okay-ish. Yeah, the problem is that this is going to starve until this backs up. We are not going to be able to produce these ones, which is kind of a problem. So let's put the cube down there. Let's give these friends a little bit of priority. And again. Okay, so we don't have enough speed on those to fill this up. Like basically these friends here are taking forever to do to fill up the 50 that we need. So this also doesn't, it's not very good. But at least we are producing the things. The mall is starving everything, but at the same time, what we need right now is these resources. Like science is good that we keep on evolving science, but in the end, we kind of need this to move forward. Like we could think about like a different way to also do this, where if you've been active for like an amount of time, you would you'd get like more priority or something like that. But that I think is going to make it that piece of like that switch statement that we have up here a little bit more complicated. In the end, this is like a normal switch statement where just like the thing that you put like on top of the switch statement, the first case is will have precedence over the other ones, right? So that's kind of what we have here. All right. So that's doing some science. This one doesn't need, it's not needed. Oh, we need power. We're running out of power, but we're back. All right, how is this going down here? Oh, this is a little bit stuttery. What is happening? Let me check my task manager to see if I have anything. So I have a bunch of memory being used by OBS, which is perfectly normal. And also some CPU going on. But like nothing too crazy, I guess. I have 3 gigs of... I have a JVM running. Of course I have a JVM running. I have a... Let me stop this. Like I had a Minecraft server running. That's the server. So I created a server to play with my kid. And I just left it running, I guess. But it will stop eventually, I guess. Let me check. Oh my god, I closed the application. Let me just fix that real quick. So it's like right now there isn't much that we need to do, so we just need to wait for a second for everything to settle in. Oh, it's already running. Oh, I got it. I know what the problem is. There we go. And stop. So by stopping this JVM, I think we'll release a little bit of juice back. Even though like you have 50%, like we only are using 61% of the RAM. So all right, cool. But oh no, I was saying like, oh, but it looks like it is a little bit. No, it's not. How are you doing? Almost 2 stacks. This is starved, which is okay because it needs motors and we forgot to move you further down the lane, right? Cool. So this is all good and nice. What are you missing? Rare earth. So while this priority, the highest priority thing that we have to move, while this doesn't move, there's not much we can do. Cool. Now I guess we wait. Like even if we had like more synthesizers, right? We would be in the same situation as we are right now because we need the cube to do all the work. We could make the cube a little bit faster, I guess, by having this also here on the bottom. And that way we would be maybe in a better spot, I guess. It would be faster, so it wouldn't take like all this time that it goes to there. That's a possibility. Like if we just copied you and just put you like on this corner or even on this corner, right? And connect you with a green cable. So now it doesn't really matter if we put this into different places because at least this one, because this one is a simple one. Wait, I have a bunch of green, so is green that you're missing? No, it does have green. It does have green chips, that's for sure. Okay, we can give them at least something to play with. And it will accumulate. Like we have a lot of green chips. Like we don't need these green chips at this point, I think. Okay, let's get this going. Yeah, but definitely there's like some inefficiency on my design there. Because there's like this loop that the cube has to go through. And I'm trying to think if there's like a better way for the cube to move. But it has to be a loop in the end. Of the sort, of some sort. Because like... So it goes all the way. It didn't pick it up there. It's interesting. Why didn't you pick it up? Okay, so this one is true. Is number 2 not coming here? It is not. That one is the only one that's not connected to the network. Okay. So that should make it go a little bit faster. The only problem is that this cannot do the thing that we needed to do. Like, it's going to stay here for a second. But they are like pretty fast at this point, I guess. So he needs to go under 200, I guess. I think it's 200. Yeah. Okay. We have how many pushing it out? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there like any speed upgrades for the bulk inserters? This would be cool to have. But I'm assuming it's like it needs an advanced engine. And what is an advanced engine? Advanced engines. So if we click here, it's, guys, are you the ones? And this needs rare earth, basic, and elbow grease. Elbow grease, cool. Love it. And elbow grease comes from, I'm assuming, like gelatinous tar, and it will come from there. Yeah. And I'm guessing that the gelatinous, this gives you water, and this one is wood, sand, and steam. Oh, that is interesting. The question becomes, what steam do we want to prioritize, right? But then we can just have a pump that is a little bit smarter, and if it is, it will just pump out just a little bit. And we're gonna get out of power, I guess. For the first time, I guess, we're gonna get out of power. Get no more power. There we go. Oh yeah, but this should not be true, right? Because we don't have power. Now we have, because we have enough. But this shouldn't be... Let me see. Is it 2,000 not enough? Let's put it to like 4,000. Just to make sure that this one doesn't hog everything. Are we? Oh, we're backing up. We're backing up, folks. We're backing up. That's great. We are finally backing up. Which means that I'm assuming that the majority of things are stuck. Oh my god, don't tell me. Okay, I blocked that. That's great. And this one is full. This one is full. This one is still going. This one, I didn't put a place for it to do their thing. And then let's get a place and make sure that we just do one. Cool. Boosh. All right. So now we are a little bit more stable, I guess. So it's going to be just a question of time that we'll get the... This should start to go up a little bit. You know what? I'm starting to think that this maybe should be that instead. And you have priority, input priority on the left. Okay, it's starting to back up. So right now, yep, we're going to start going up. Finally. So this, basically what this is doing is making sure that it has priority. Whatever comes from here, if there's things here, they will have priority. That's what we're just saying here. Like, I don't like the fact that the cube is here, like the majority of the time. But I don't think there's much we can do at this point with the power that we have. What are you... How are you doing here? You can do wood. And wood is just basically just provided with water. Is this burnable? It has 2 megajoule of fuel power. You know what? You know what? We could replace the cube. We could replace the cube with trees. And that way, because that just needs water and you can get water from here. And if this is like lower than like 3,000, we just consume, just put trees there. That might be a good solution. Okay, let's see how this is going. Are you stopped already or what? Not yet. Okay, let me just help you out. Okay. And it should be good now. 1,000. There you go. Now it's just producing normally, and I think we're going to be in a good spot because now we're going to be producing other stuff. And the stuff that we're going to be producing is not really the stuff that we need. This is just sad. Okay, let me try here a different approach where we just do this. Or maybe let's do one more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an upgrade plan. And then we're going to upgrade from these to these. So let's use this upgrade plan and just replace all those. Okay, maybe like so. Cool. There we go. Awesome sauce. Where is the cube? Oh, it's over there. Oh, it's back on this? Why? What were we starving on? Oh, we're still building this up. 400, we're still building this up. Okay, this is completely up, so let's break this a little bit more. Cool, there we go. So these friends they will need one helper. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bringing out to 2. So this is gonna clog here for sure. This one is still going strong, like 800 at a time. We made 1,000 motors. Look at us. Look at us doing things and things working. And the greenhouse is not evolving because we don't have that. The end thingies. How's the fuel? Fuel is going good. Yeah, it's still not enough. Like this, we just needed like the bulk inserters to just take this all out. Okay, so if we deleted this one, we could move it to here. And we just need to bring the juice over here. And can I bring the greenery to here and to here? Oh, I don't have enough poles. Okay. Here we are once again. Breaking this a little bit more. All right, there you go. One more should be what the doctor asked for. There we go. Okay, so here we are, here we are, here we are. Cool. Getting new power, more power. How is this all going? Not very good. We have 94. We're almost capped. We're capped there. We're capped here. We're capped here. And what about here? We're good. The green ships are not going. Oh, because is this good? I think we're good. Yes, tax at 20. Yeah, I don't know if there's like a way to make this faster though. Right? Because how are we gonna make this faster? Because we need power. This one is sad. Why are you sad? Why are you upset? Because there's no redness. No red cables coming in. Red cables are now coming in, I guess. Oh, but there's... yeah, okay. Got it. Okay, there you go. So now, at least, like, we'll have power for a little bit. We don't care, but this is going to just make this cycle take even longer. Okay. Cool. All right, almost there, 800. Okay, do we have 1,000? We have 1,000. Awesome. So what are we waiting for? Oh, we need some of this. Oof. I'm thinking if we just need another bypass here. Like, in some sense, doesn't really matter much because we have 100. This takes a long time to fill up, so we're not in need of this to be faster right now. Oh, by the way, there's apparently some problem with the internet connection around my area, so I hope that doesn't mean that we're gonna cut it. They are gonna cut it, but we'll see. Oh, is this back to it? It's back to it. But it's backed up right now. Yeah, let's take this out, turning around. Okay, and we're waiting for the cube again. And the cube is going to give us more of this. Boosh. Okay. We created 10,000 rare earth metals already. Good for us. Look at us. Going crazy here. Where's the cube? Over there. Coming over here. So what are you trying to do next? some more of that, but it doesn't. Interesting. How is this higher? Oh, because this needs the rare earth. Of course, we cannot say like, oh yeah, by the way, the next tier needs some help. Are we good? Okay, I think it's going to start picking it up. Did it pick it up? Okay, it picked it up. So it needs 500. And there we are. There we go. It's just bring it up. Are we still in the same boat? Well, I think we are, because this needs to go to 500. Let's see. It's almost like this. I don't want this to move. Like, I don't want this to be the most priority, like the highest priority if you're not ready, right? So okay, let me think a little bit about this. How can we make this thing a thing? We could send another signal that is like from rare metals to be set to 1. Rare metals being ready. So if I change this from red over here to there, and I took this out to there, and I'd say that this goes to this. Why can I not select the networks? Interesting. Okay, I don't want this to be the green signal though. Okay, maybe. Oh, input counts. I can only send the input count. So if I send the input count to red, can I send the input count of this thing? Okay, it's not going, it's not retrieving it in green, so that's good. It's just feedback. Okay, so it means that if we just see the rare earth enabled, this one here, if it is rare earths, like bigger than 1. Okay, there's no item count. Why is this? I'm confused. Do we have power? We have power. So these two are green and it's outputting this one. And this comes from the green. Why is it not outputting rare earth metals? Is it because it comes from the green? Interesting. Like, the signal logic is a little bit strange, I'm not gonna lie. So basically just whatever is coming from there. So what if we said that instead of that one signal, if we said this one that is coming from the red, oh yeah, but that doesn't, it's not really it's really not working, right? Because even though it does output to everything. Okay, so my bad on how this works. Okay, so if that doesn't work, if the signals don't work like that, we need to maybe give it a workaround. And we can move this to make it green again to the way it was. Green. 1. And you can make this green again. So revert to the state that we're in. Equal to 1. Okay, so it's doing the thing. So the last thing that we might want then is have another one of these that just outputs something like that. That will get a red signal on the back. And if the... Where are those things that we care about? If the raw, it's bigger than 500. We're gonna say that we're gonna send 1 for R. So rare earth is ready. Did it connect? I think so. And we're gonna send... As a matter of fact, we're gonna send it on red. And we're gonna connect to red. Oh wait, this is wrong. I want if green. If green it's equal to 1. We're gonna send R